Hello, everybody. Scott Golden with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who are seasoned veterans. What we do around here, please subscribe, like, comment below. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as quickly as we can so we can give to charity with the various things going on in our world, including the disasters in Texas with the snowstorm and obviously, the continued struggle worldwide with COVID. So having 1,000 subscribers would help us get there. If you can subscribe, that would be helpful. Today we're going to talk about something that's super important, probably one of the most important things in self-development, and that is the art of learning to master your emotions. When we master our emotional state, we can then react to the world in a more empowered way. And there's kind of 5 to 6 steps of this, and understanding how to do that is one of the most important things we can do when we master the ability to realize that emotions are just indicators and they don't have any long-term bearing on who we are as people. They are not the definition of our identity, nor should they ever be. Then we can kind of live a more empowered life experience. So the first thing is understanding the root cause of emotions. If we can understand the root cause of emotions, we can respond to treating whatever the root cause is. For example, if I say I am sad and I want to cry, the next logical question in that process is, why am I sad? When was the last time I felt something different than sad? What could be a cause for me being sad? So it's an internal kind of Q&A, question and answer session that allows us to understand our emotions and where they began. If you can track backwards, almost like you're trying to find lost keys in the snow, then you can get to a root cause more quickly. Most emotions, by the way, are linking thoughts, which start with an original thought, and then about 3 to 4 times every 60 seconds or every minute, there'll be a thought that's like it. So you might only need to go back a few minutes of time to figure out the root cause of what shifted you to feeling the way you feel. The next thing is emotional intelligence. The more you study your emotional patterns, the easier it becomes to manage kind of the downturns and upswings of your emotional state. All emotions are valuable and all are here to teach us something. Negative emotions teach us the ability to, or the need to change things. Positive emotions teach us to be present moment minded. And it's as simple as that. But when we begin to understand the patterns that certain issues, certain topics, certain people, certain places, certain stressors bring out emotions in us, or certain positive experiences, hugging a puppy, petting a puppy, or watching a sunset brings out positive emotions. If we can replicate what can help us change our emotional state and understand through emotional intelligence how to kind of shift things within a few minutes at most, then we can take back emotional control of our lives. The next thing is learning coping skills. Now, this is the single most important thing that people can do if they can't deal with negative emotion. It doesn't mean don't feel it or try to hide it away, and this is especially for men in Western society what we're taught to do. We're taught men don't cry, we're taught men don't get upset, we're taught men only get angry, we're taught men aren't sensitive, we're taught all these negative things by mainstream media and generational expectations and all this other thing. And then there's what a woman should be about being silent and demure, and there's many religious organizations that will teach a woman's places in the home and lack of equality, and there's many social organizations that are about teaching women's empowerment in an extreme form. In other words, there's all different points along the way that can affect a person's reaction time and reaction ability. Now, the interesting thing is understanding how to cope with emotions that you feel and not allowing the influences of past media influence or social influence to affect you. That is, getting the positive emotions ramped up so you stay with them as long as possible, and finding an outlet for negative emotions. An outlet could be something as simple as punching a punching bag, or listening to a heavy metal song, or painting with watercolors, or talking to a friend. It's finding an outlet for the emotion and the energy of the emotion to go so that you can choose to shift to something else. This is the most single important thing a person can do if they truly want to master their emotions. Understanding that the next part of this, which is self forgiveness, is super important. I can't understate the value of self forgiveness. Look, you may not be where you want to be, but thank goodness you're not where you used to be. And every day with our emotions can be a roller coaster. So just because you had, 22 good days in a row where your emotions didn't own you, doesn't mean they can't negatively affect you on day 23. But day 23 negative effect or day 14 negative effect doesn't mean that the good days you've had are canceled out. And so understanding that sometimes your emotions do get the better of you and you do need to be graceful to yourself um, is super, super important. The final thing is present moment mindedness. I say this all the time, but I'll reiterate it here. If you truly want to master your emotions, it's really hard to do, especially with all the, plan for your future and plan for retirement and get over your ex and get over the past and all this stuff. Really, all that we have control over is our reactions and our responses in this moment. This moment is the only one that matters because it's the only one we have influence over. It doesn't mean we can't look backward or forward, but if we truly want to be powerful, looking at this moment right here, right now, is the most important thing we can do. So hopefully, this has been helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.